Good morning. This is Brian McNeill with Very Personal Sales Coaching, and I want to send this message out to you, my friends, with network marketing opportunities, and those with you that sell financial services instruments, and those of you who have clients, particularly network marketers, on this message here, because I want to talk to you about selling what you sell with a millionaire attitude. From 1955 to 1960 in this country, there was a television show called The Millionaire. The lead character in the show was called this guy named Michael Anthony, and Michael Anthony had an employee named Mr. Tipton, and Mr. Tipton was a billionaire, and Mr. Tipton had a peculiar thing that he liked to do. He used to like to give away checks for $1 million to total strangers. So he would hire Mr. Anthony, he'd give him a check for $1 million, and Mr. Anthony would put that check in his jacket, and he would go down neighborhoods and he would look for total strangers that he could bless with a check for $1 million. Mr. Anthony would go up to some door and he'd knock on a random door, and sometimes the people would be very rude to him. Get away from here. He would come to the door and he'd say something like, "How you doing? My name is Mr. Michael Anthony. My name is Michael Anthony. I would like to just talk with you for a few minutes. Do you have a few minutes to talk with me? Tell me your story." And he'd want to get into their home and ask them about their story, and he would give a little presentation, that kind of thing. And at the end of the story, he basically blessed them with a check for $1 million. Now, when those folks were rude to him and they didn't want to talk to him, he would leave there and his attitude would be completely unfazed, because he knew he had something in his chest pocket that they really, really wanted. So if they were rude to him, he was like, "No problem, cool," and he would leave. His attitude was completely bulletproof, and it made no difference to him because he knew he had something that they wanted. Now imagine, what would your attitude be like if you had a check for $1 million to give away, and all they had to do was listen to your presentation and tell you about their current life situations? For anyone who would listen to your full presentation and tell you about their current life situations, you could hand them a check for $1 million. If that were true, would you ever be worried about anybody being rude to you? If that were true, would you ever be bashful about sharing your opportunity with anyone? If that were true, would you resist the temptation or resist showing as many people as you could of what you had? You wouldn't. Could you tell 10 people a day? If that were true, you tell 10 people a day. Give 10 people $1 million. All they had to do was listen to your presentation and tell you about their current life situations. What if all they had to do was listen to your presentation and tell you about their current life situations, and exactly a year from now you would bless them with a check for $1 million? And if they knew that to be true, would they listen? Heck yeah. Even if they didn't know it to be true, but if you knew it was true, would you tell more people about what you have? Of course you would. That is selling it with a millionaire attitude. You have to believe that your products and your services, if folks will follow the course and stay in the course in the game long enough, they will get to that status. What if they don't make $1 million? What if they only make 10 grand a month, or 5 grand a month, or 4 grand a month? If they just stay in the game with you, sell it with the millionaire attitude. Just think about how it would feel for you to bless someone that way. And if you have an opportunity that will do that for someone, and if you don't have an opportunity that will do that for someone, get one. If you don't know how to sell it with a millionaire attitude, holler at your boy. I will help you. This is Brian McNeill with Very Personal Sales Coaching, and I'm encouraging you to sell what you sell with a millionaire attitude, and start today.